Every time we sail to new destinations, there are always a surprising number of factors that go into deciding where we're going to drop the anchor. We have to look for places that will keep us protected from the winds, while also taking depth, currents, and any potential swell into consideration. Not to mention, we're always looking for places that have good land access so that we can get our dog to shore. Finding the right anchorage sometimes feels like solving a puzzle, and no matter how many hours you study the maps and read the wind predictions, things are never guaranteed. In this week's video, we end up in two very different anchorages as we make our way up the coast of Eleuthera. Our first is in Hatchet Bay, which is said to be one of the most protected harbors in the Bahamas. And then later, we anchor just next to Glass Window Bridge, only to experience one of our rolliest and most uncomfortable nights we've had since coming to the islands.
Alright, we're out sailing today. We are heading to Town here in the Eleutheras, and this is a place that has been on our radar to get to for quite some time now because we have a couple of packages that we've been carrying on our boat that need to get dropped off at the school there in town. We've been carrying them for a couple of months now, so we're excited to finally get them to the kids. We will be in Town for a couple of days because the winds are going to be shifting a little bit. Apparently it's supposed to look really sketchy getting into the harbor. It shouldn't be too tough, I just know people have said it looks scary, so we'll see what that's all about. One nice thing about this sail today is even though we're seeing some higher winds, like 15, 17 knots, there's not much of a fetch out here because we are on the leeward side of the island. So we have really good protection, making for some really good sailing today. I don't even know if the camera can make out where the cut is, but we are going right there. I can definitely see why people say it's intimidating. It's just carved into the cliffside there. But we should be fine. There's no current. The winds aren't too bad. That's quite the cut though. It looks so small from all the way out here. That is so nerve-wracking. So I'm currently up here in our V-berth. Please disregard the mess behind me. We definitely have some organization that we need to do, but we have had these two packages or two bins up here in our V-berth ever since Jensen Beach. We picked these up from our friends on sailing vessel Booger from Scott and Diane. They every year collect donations during Christmas time to take here at Hatchet Bay for the school kids. So we kind of have the fun packages. We have a bunch of recess equipment for them, a bunch of soccer balls. I think this bin down here has like a ton of jump ropes. There's some pencils, I believe, so some school supplies. And we're gonna take these packages over and deliver them to the school today. All right, so yeah, as you can see in this one, there's several jump ropes, but then underneath we have like a huge thing of colored pencils. There's a bunch of mechanical pencils for the kids, some expo markers for the teachers, glue sticks. There's a ton of different school supplies all throughout here. So really excited to get these over and get these to the kids so that they can use and enjoy them. What? Say that again for the camera.
That's right. Go ahead. Take some footage of you not helping.
The disrespect I get around here. We met our friends Scott and Diane back in Deltaville, Virginia, as we were making our way down the East Coast. Every year, they collect school supply donations from fellow friends and sailors, and then cram them aboard their sailboat Booger to deliver to schools here in the Bahamas. However, as all of us were welcoming in the new year and waiting out bad weather in Jensen Beach, their plans changed, and we found they were no longer able to make their trip to drop off the donations. The two had been such a big help to us as we had worked our way down the coast that when they asked if we'd be willing to take some of the bins, it felt like a no-brainer to help them for once in return.
Oh,
welcome, you're beautiful. Hello. What a cute face. Oh.
Well, we made it back. Today's Tuesday, but they actually had off school today. So it is Easter week, so it is possible that maybe for Easter they had off. But regardless, we showed up to the school. We got a ride from Emmett. He owns Builders Haven. He drove us to the school. It was closed. So we ended up going over to the principal's house, the headmistress, and we dropped the stuff off there. So didn't really record any of that because we were at like her private residence, so didn't want to like be intrusive and try and record anything, but we did drop the packages off. They're no longer on our boat.
Finally done with work, so we're gonna quickly pop out around the corner here. There's a bat cave, I guess. We can take the dinghy in and then take the dog to land and go for a walk.
Eleuthera has several limestone caves throughout the island. The indigenous Lucayan people who originally inhabited the islands believed that the caves were portals to the afterlife. Some even bury their dead in these sacred areas, and remains dating back to 18 AD have been discovered. It's even believed that pirates used these caves to stash hidden treasures, but today, many of the cave's residents are bats and insects.
We just realized we forgot to bring a flashlight, so I don't know how well we're gonna be able to see in here. Oh wow. Whoa. Oh, this is pretty cool. I have my phone flashlight. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, this is dark. Oh my god, my light doesn't even do a damn thing.
Can't see where I'm going though.
Oh, there's a rock.
There's a rock right in the water though.
Oh, yeah. I'm not panicking at all.
After our little cave exploration, we took Aspen for a walk along the outskirts of town, where a familiar furry face ended up joining us. Anytime Dylan and I went ashore, this little guy always seemed to show up. We typically try and keep Aspen away from dogs when we take her to shore, but there seemed to be no way to avoid this little guy because no matter where we went, he always seemed to find us. Thankfully, Aspen didn't seem to mind the company, and we do give her flea and tick medication that kills any pests that come into contact with her.
Well, we got some chores to do. Go throw away some trash, and then we're just gonna go like 8 miles north. Blowing pretty good today, but we're gonna be 200 feet off of land here, so we'll be in the lead a little bit. 8 miles. We're going to the Queen's Baths and the glass below bridge, I think is what it's called. It's pumping pretty good. It's gusting 30.
Yeah.
Gusting 30 knots out of the east, so should be pretty exciting to see.
Yeah, should be cool. Queen's Baths is like tidal pools? Is that what you would describe it?
Tidal pools,
Yeah.
but
and with the wind coming out of the east as strong as it is, I'm sure there'll be some good waves. I don't know if we'll be even able to get into the pools with how
definitely
strong.
not.
And not unless we want to get whisked away, but
cheese grater. Human cheese grater.
sounds pleasant. But yeah, we're gonna take off here after we run some trash over and finish tidying up the boat.
Sailing along. We're getting about 20 to 27 knots fairly consistently.
Sailing pretty much on a broad reach, 120 degrees off our starboard. We're doing about 4.5 to 6.5 knots speed over ground. And we just have the head sail out, just double reefed on the head sail and cruising right on along. It's kind of weird that the waves are almost perpendicular to the angle of the wind, which is a little odd.
Yeah, like the wind's coming out of the east, but the waves are coming out from the south.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how uncomfortable it's going to be over here at the Glass Blow Bridge. We came out of the cut. I was not expecting to see 2-3 foot rollers just directly on the beam. I say it's definitely not going to be as comfortable as where we just left.
Made it to the anchorage, and now we're going to go over and check out the Queen's Bath. In case you can't tell from the horizon line, it's a little bit rolly here. I think we're just going to be here for the night, and then we're going to keep jumping north. It's not too bad. We've been in far worse, but it's definitely uncomfortable after having several days of really nice protection.
At just 30 feet wide, the Glass Window Bridge is dubbed the narrowest place in the world. At one point, a limestone arch stretched across the top where the bridge now stands, but is long gone after years of battling hurricanes and rough seas. With winds still gusting up to 30 knots, it was incredible to see the drastic difference between the rough waters on the Atlantic and the calm turquoise waters of Eleuthera. After checking out the bridge, we dropped Aspen back off of the boat and then went over to check out Queen's Baths. The terrain there is pretty rough, so I definitely recommend a good pair of shoes when visiting.
So last night went as predicted. It was a bit of a rough night, probably the roughest night we've had in the Bahamas so far. It was very rolly in the anchorage. There was not much sleep, for me at least. I don't know, Dylan, how did you make out?
Maybe got an hour or two sleep after like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I think I'm about in the same boat. I even tried to sleep in the saloon to try and see if it'd be any less rolly or rocky in there, and didn't really do much. So we're eager to get on to the next anchorage.
Anchoring is always a bit of a gamble, and this week reminded us just how different two anchorages can feel. Every place has its surprises, and that's part of what makes cruising so unpredictable and so rewarding. Next time, we're heading further along Eleuthera in search of new anchorages, new adventures, and hopefully some calmer nights of sleep. If you enjoyed the video and want to follow along with our journey, consider hitting the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching!